Hey there, you guys. This is going to be your celebrity psychic love reading for this week. I'm going to do the Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez instead of Black China and Rob Kardashian. I did record that one, but I just don't feel like I should post that for some reason, so I'm not going to do it. But I'm going to go ahead and do Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber like I have been requested to, just to see where things are within the dynamic um, and other things like that. So it's going to take me a while to shuffle the cards. I'm going to just go ahead and shuffle these cards and pause the video, and I'll be right back. All right, welcome back, you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the reading. Um, so I'm getting with their synergy. They have the moving on card. Number 6 is about harmony and about some sort of balance. So their synergy being moving on, it's like something between them that there's this third energy of transitioning, of evolving, of moving forward, growing. It's like seeking the light, like they're moving into some type of light. Like I'm getting that already there's a lot of lessons for them to learn, or that they have learned within this connection just based upon the cards that I pulled. But their synergy has something to do with transitioning, seeking light, evolution, spiritual growth. The 6, it's like an equal, a shared energy that they have with this being their synergy. So it's like the both of them are contributing, wanting to evolve or to grow or to seek light or some type of abundance or something on a spiritual level, or seeking to understand themselves or life better, is an energy that they share. So the energy that draws them both together. So for Justin Bieber, his energy that draws him, or what drawed him towards Selena Gomez, you have 2, the waiting game. So for him, what draws him to her is this continuation of needing to grow. Whenever he feels like it's time for me to learn something about myself or learn something about life, I can get that from her. So there's a lot of lessons in this connection. So it's like a back and forth, a continuation, because it feels like he's not getting anywhere with this. Like he feels like he has to continue to seek and go back to her, because there's something that I need to learn each and every time. There's something for me to learn in this. It's like more so his spirit is driving him to do this, but he's not getting why he keeps going back and forth with her, or why he keeps going back in circles of why, whether it be going back to her, whether it's thinking about her, wanting to be with her again. It's like a continuation of the cycle, that it's like a repeated cycle with them, and he's wondering why it's like that. And it's like his higher self is seeking to learn something from this connection. Like it's teaching him it's time for you to learn, but it's like he's not seeing that, like where he's going. It's like he feels very confused as to why he keeps being drawn back to her time and time again. For her, what draws him or draws her towards him, you have the crown chakra. So this is also something spiritual too. It's like her higher self is drawing herself to him because there's something that she's needing to learn as well. There's like a divine lesson in this connection. Like I have to learn aspects of myself, or I have to learn some type of divine lesson, whether it be love. She has to learn how to value herself, what true love really is, how to give love. So it's like her higher self is trying to teach her a lesson through this connection. So that's what draws her towards him, or in the past has drawn her towards him. Okay, so the energy that separated them, have the third eye chakra. So what separated them, it has something to do with their guidance. They were not learning the lessons or something, or they were just not paying attention to it. It's like this is something on a deeper level. With number 6 as the moving on card is their synergy. them coming together was about seeking enlightenment and truth. And it was like what separated them was their lack of truth, or them not seeing the truth or learning the lessons that their higher selves was desiring to learn, which is why if you look at Justin's side of things, he was drawn to her for growth, spiritual growth, but in some way it's like he didn't understand it, or he wasn't learning the lessons, so he kept having to repeat them, go back and forth. He didn't understand why I keep going back to her. So it's something that's being missed here, that's imbalanced. They're not on board with the truth of it, or the higher plan with it. They're not learning the lessons or something like that. So it's like it could come in the form of repeated cycles, as you see here, repetitive cycles, spinning back and forth, just not getting it. So sometimes they might have to come back together to get it, to finally figure out what the lesson is, but they can't do it. It's like they're not following their guidance by doing this. So it just causes a lot of trouble or confusion. Okay, so where are they currently now within the dynamic? For him, he has 6 of victory and success. So where he's at, he's feeling victorious or successful with other things. I'm getting that he's not focused on her. He's focused on something else. There's a trumpet here. So it could be focusing on his career, focusing on the success of that, or feeling like, I don't need her. I'm fine where I am. So where he's at within that dynamic, he feels balanced spiritually, or that he's got it, or he doesn't need to go there anymore. It's done. It's finished. He feels at peace with where things are. For her, where she's at, she has the 2 of intuition. So there's some messages that are coming through with her when it comes to this connection, when it comes to him, maybe a better understanding, as opposed to maybe she was in denial and not seeing the truth of what was happening between them, what was wrong. Maybe seeing something about something with him, some truth about him, that she sees that this person isn't good for me once and for all, because I feel like in some ways she felt like he was the one, or he was supposed to be the one or something, and she wasn't listening to her intuition when it was telling her otherwise, that that's not the truth, that there's something to this, it's not what you think it is. This person is not meant for that, or they're not meant to be that type of person in your life. And she wasn't seeing it. She was kind of in denial. But now it's like she's starting to see the truth of it, what the connection was, or at least what role it played in her life. It's like a deeper truth of it, like a inner truth that was always there. Now it's like I see it, I understand it better. So the energy of what each person was contributing, what were they bringing in to the connection? And for him, he has 13 transformations. So he was bringing in this energy of, for her, it was like healing, bringing up dark shadows of herself, like maybe calling her out on her insecurities, calling her out on aspects of herself that she needs to heal and let go of when it comes to love, why she's why she's not in a healthy relationship, or why she can't be in a healthy relationship. It's like he brought up some things for her. He triggered things within her that she needs to heal, that she needs to let go of, that she needs to change. It's like he brought this in for her. And because it's a major arcana, that was like a divine role. They both have major arcanas in the same position. Okay, so this was like divinely what it was. For her, it could have been like, you're challenging me, you're being a asshole to me, you're doing this towards me. But it was really him, his higher self, trying to show her something that she needs to heal and let go of, to help her create a healthier lifestyle when it comes to love and relationships, and also the love that she has for herself. What she was contributing, you have 12 sacrifice. So for her, what she was bringing into the relationship is this energy of letting go of something. He has some type of emotional issues. And it was like she brought these things up to the surface as well for him. It's kind of like she was a blessing in disguise because she it's like she called out or she saw the emotional imbalances within him. She kind of brought those things up, and it's like she was a healer in a sense for him in this area to help him see the emotional imbalances, the dark feelings that he has. Like he has fear surrounding love, trusting, and this relationship was like a sacrifice for him. Like he felt like, as a young man, I could have whatever I want. I could have whatever woman I want. I can date this many women. But when she came in, it was kind of like a sacrifice because it was like he was trapped in love in a sense. Because it was like she was a healing mechanism for him. So for him, it was like being with her, I have to give up something. I have to sacrifice what I want, or being free or being single and dating this many women. I could sacrifice my fans because he's what they would consider a teen what do you call it, teen idol or heartthrob or whatever, with millions of fans, girls. When you have celebrity crushes, you like to imagine that you could be with that person, or you get butt hurt when you hear they're dating. So it's like, sometimes they're PR people tell him to lie and say that they're single, they're not dating anybody. And it was kind of like he had to sacrifice that aspect for this relationship and to bring it out into the open. And it was a fear there. There's some type of fear he has with intimacy that she brought up to the surface. Okay. Um, so the lesson and the challenge for them, they have a solitude card. So the lesson and the challenge within this was that really there was a lack of peace. Okay, there was a lot of denial, not listening to their truth, their guidance, not following in their heart, because it was like there was things that they just weren't seeing, they weren't getting, and they were very young at the time, and they still are. So they didn't understand the dynamic of that relationship, why they had to come together, what they had to learn out of that, what was the importance. And mainly for her, she never found peace within that relationship. She never felt content, whether it was fear of being cheated on, lied to, being ridiculed, being judged, as she might have felt. She never felt content or at peace with the relationship. And majority of it is that Selena, she has more major arcanas on her side, and it's more of a focus on her. So it's like she was the one that knew all along the truth, whether it was that this person's not meant for me, this person's seasonal, this isn't, I'm not listening to my guidance, I'm denying my truth. So it's like she's a key player in all of this. And for him, what the challenging lesson was for him as well is that he wasn't listening to his guidance. He felt like he could never please her. He could never make her happy. Whether he tried or he didn't try, he just felt like he was not the one to do that, or I can't be that person. And it might have troubled him a little bit as to why, but it was really all on her, because there was something that she was getting that her guidance and intuition was getting that she was just not listening to. She just wasn't listening. She has a lot of intuitive cards. So it's like something that she's just not listening to, or she was being in denial about. So it was never really his responsibility to make her at peace. It was a lesson to learn. It was something that she has to learn within herself. So, all right. So the next card. So what does each person desire right now within this situation or the connection? As far as they stand for him, he's just focused on his success. He desires to continue to be successful in whatever he's doing, whether it's business, career, finance, whatever it is, fame. He wants to be successful, and he's focused on that. And it goes back to where he stands with her, victory and success. It's focusing on self, where he stands within his self. This is like a one-sided energy. It's like the Ace of Swords. So it's like he's focusing on his own business and his own, like where he's at in his life. For her, what she desires, she actually desires to learn something right now. Like she's learning the lessons, or she's starting to see things more clearly of where she stands with this. So it's like she's desiring to take the lessons and learn from that or move on, because it's like she's starting to see the truth of it, that what she really wanted may not have been for her, or what was truly right for her. She's starting to see that. So now it's like, how do I change, or how do I move on, or how do I move forward knowing what I know now? So she's focusing also on moving on in her life and moving towards something that's more for her. So the fate of their connection, let's see, patience and planning. So the fate of this is that Spirit is actually not done with them for some reason. The connection is not done. It's still in Divine's hands with the patience and planning. There's something that Spirit is working on with these two, whether it be that they come back together or not. If there's still something they might have to learn through association, through each other. They might, meet up or come back together. Who knows? But the Spirit is not done. They're saying there's still healing. There's still light that needs to be shed. There's still growth that needs to occur. Because there's something that they're going to gain from all of this. They're going to gain something out of it, but also I'm getting some type of redemption or something. Like you're going to see what this change is, or it's going to be something that we all can see, like we all know. And the change is within him. It's like something that we're all going to see, like maybe a growth in him, or a change in him, maturity in him that we can all recognize. And it's going to be due to this connection, him learning what he needs to learn, or whatever the illumination that he needs to get out of that connection. Something within that, we're going to see a change in him, like a maturity. Okay. So I want to pull from the romance angels to see what the nature of their connection is, what this connection, oh wow, actually is. Okay, give me a second here. These cards just like flew out everywhere. Like, I don't know what Spirit's trying to say, but it's like the story's not finished. That's just what they're saying. Like, the story's not finished. Whatever the lessons, there might be meetups that we might not be able to see. It could be secret meetups. It could be that there might be rumors that circulate that they're coming back together. They might talk about each other or something like that. But the story's not finished. Separation. So the nature of their connection, they're really not meant to be together in that way, but there's something that they're needing to learn. I'm getting like they're not meant to be in a relationship. There's a yearning to come back together, I'm getting, in some way, that even though I'm focused here, I'm focused there, there's still that lingering, because he does struggle with, why do I want to go back to her? And the reason it is they need to heal something. And it's some family issues. They have childhood issues when it comes to self-worth, self-value, daddy issues, whether I got enough attention, whether I'm accepted by my father or loved by my father. They both struggle with that. That's what they share. So they're not meant to be together, but there's lessons that they have to learn, and there's periodic separation periods, because it's like you're not getting it. You're not learning. You're going back and forth in circles. So until you get it, so there's like, until you get it, you can't move on. You can't heal. You have to heal first. So Spirit is going to continue to work on them to keep bringing them back into each other's focus every time that they need to heal something or they need to learn something. So it's like their energy pulls each other back in every time. and they don't understand why. But it's really because there's healing that they have to get through each other. They have issues, emotional issues, childhood trauma, daddy or mommy issues, and it's like they help each other bring these things up. So he's not understanding, why do I have to keep going back and forth to this person? Why am I being drawn back to her? Well, it's because you're not learning. You're not getting the growth that you're supposed to be getting with this person. You're not seeing it for what it is. And it's like she struggled with that because she knew it all along, but she was trying to deny herself, close her eyes to it, not look in that direction of truth. But she knew it all along, deep down, what it was. She actually knows a little more than she knew before, and it's a little more deeper, but it's still there. We're not done with you. We're not done with this connection. There's still something to learn. All right, so that's the reading, you guys. I hope that this was enjoying to you, whoever the persons were that requested them. I hope that you enjoyed this reading personally. And as usual, you guys can leave a comment below the couple you want to see, and I'll try my best to get those in for next week. So if those of you have also purchased readings with me recently, I will start those readings next week. So you will be getting your readings next week. You still have actually you have until tomorrow to purchase your yearly guidance reading. Or a reading, one of the 4 readings that I offer, that's including the 4 readings that I'm offering. It includes a free yearly guidance reading. So you have until tomorrow to purchase one of the 4 readings to receive that 2017 yearly guidance reading for free, you guys. So I will see you next year. I send you all lots of love, lots of light as always. A happy new year, happy new moon manifesting. And I wish you and your loved ones a happy holiday as well. Peace.